Hello guys, good evening. I'm making this video on the super challenge battle that I just did a few days ago to explain my strategy because I saw that many people asked me about the strategy. Others didn't understand properly, was unclear how that worked, so I decided to do this video to clarify how did I use my strategy, uh, what are the features, and how did I think it. I'll go step by step, so stay with us, and hopefully uh, the video won't be too long. So I'll start now. First of all, we are going to analyze the front lines. So my front line is composed by Atlanteon, which is a super epic, Buff Buffalo, another super epic, Stag, which is a legendary, and Rhino Titan, another super epic. So Atlanteon basically is there as a support with solo stealth and solo purify me, sorry, and solo salvation. uh, Other two moves that has are Kingslayer and Sneak Attack, which will be very important later on during the video. Buff Buffalo is an amazing support monster. Basically, we are using him for his protector ability and for his purifying ray, which is an amazing ability at 42 2. Stag is another amazing support. She has got camouflage, is able to stealth one of the allies, and is besides that is a very tanky AP. He's got auto protect, so is fantastic. And Rhino Titan will be basically our sweeper. We will use Rhino Titan through the whole battle to sweep over the enemy monsters. So what are the features of Rhino Titan? He gets excessive force when is played with another machine monster. Rhino Titan is a machine monster, Buff Buffalo is a machine monster. They are meant to be coupled together, so they are played together in this game and they will do just great. So let's go ahead and see the opponent's front line. They got Mechangelion, which is the new featuring mythic. I did not give any target to Mechangelion to use his defuse, which kills any monster with Death Revenge along with another one. Angelion, which we all know is an amazing stun counter. He's got Insomnia. Besides that, as moves, very good moves like Retribution, Purify All, and Raw Blood Fury. Dio6, which is basically very annoying for his skip ban ability, and he's got another move very important is double counter strike along with switch enemy or switch friend. Our country call, which is the fourth move of Dio6. Razor Storm, which is basically there for his union attack with another machine monster, and natural selection. So let's go ahead and see how it started the battle. So first of all, we need to activate our protect focus on Buff Buffalo. Let's do that. So protect focus. Then here we'll use solo purify mist to apply stealth on the whole team. Here I need to use stealth teammate with Star because I cannot skip because of the skip ban of Deus, so I can't skip that. I need to do something, so the best move there to do was another stealth alley. and then Rhino Titan at the moment cannot sweep anyone because we need to wait until his Link Survivor Plus will activate, which will take 150 seconds. So now, for now, we will just leave the game to the opponent. Deus Ex will try the double counter strike. Angelion will try the Angelion tried basically the AoE attack, and Razor used natural selection on Buff Buffalo. Now theoretically our Buff Buffalo is at old ground, is at 1 HP, so we really need to stealth him back. We can do that with Santistag or with Soul Purify Mist. Let's go ahead. So Link Survivor, which is still not charged, we can use it anywhere, it's not a problem. So here we stealth teammate, then Soul Purify Mist, then they will Purify Mist again, and here we start building up with Purifying Ray. Again, we try to stealth as much as possible and use Purifying Ray. The best thing is to keep Buff Buffalo alive through natural selection. Here Link Survivor is charged already. We go for Deus Ex, which is the most annoying monster, and enters Dracozord. So what about Dracozord? AE has a problem. The problem is that AE tends to use an attacking move whenever they see the possibility to do that. So I did put in my front line 3 monsters of the same element for one reason. Because Dracozord has Massacre element, and whatever it will see 3 monsters of the same element, it will keep spamming that, and that's vital for this video. We need to make Dracozord keep spamming that move. So now we use again Purifying Ray to gain HP. Then here we'll skip, then Solo Purify Mist, and then Dracozord will go for Elemental Massacre, which will miss. Now we go for Razor Storm. We need to get rid of Razor Storm. No, we went for Angelion first, I don't know why. We need to get rid of Razor Storm. Retribution, Stealth Teammate, Purifying Ray. Now probably we'll go for Razor Storm. Yeah, we just probably took some of Angelion's life. So that's it. Here we will use Solo, skip, and then we start with Raisin. It enters the new mythic Hawk Knight, which is good because of his double time crush, but we will not give him a possibility to use that, so he will basically sacrifice himself with the Aegis skill. So another key moment will be in a minute. So he will do Aegis Rebirth and will shield all his team, which is useless. Now Cephilion is in, so Cephilion has basically True It, but he can't use True It while Dracozord is into the field, because Dracozord is considered a protector, even though he is not activated still the protective skill, so he's actually not protecting his team, but is considered a protector. So Cephilion will not be able to use his True It, so he will use spam the AoE attack, which will which basically costs over 200 TU, and that will make us go basically in a 4 versus 1. I'll show you how that happened. So Link Survivor, but we don't do it now, we skip, because basically next in line is Joe Shank, and Joe Shank has Wall Breaker. So if we will take off Angelion now, Joe Shank will enter and we'll do wall breaker on buff buffalo. And if we lose buff buffalo, basically all the old tactic goes missed, because the fact is that Ryan Titan needs to have his excessive force, so we do need buff buffalo in the field. So we will skip and try to keep everyone stealthed. Dracosaur will go for Elemental Massacre. Yep. Now here, Link Survivor, we will skip. Purify Mist. Skip. Skip. Now Purify Mist. And here, now Santistag has knockback next. So we use knockback next to knock back Joshank at the end of the opponent team. So basically we get rid of the wall breaker and we can keep sweeping again. AoE attack 250, and now we can keep sweeping again through Angelion. And then now will be a bunch of water monster. We'll keep sweeping all of them. We don't have to worry about any other AoE attack, so we can sweep freely. Okay, then Bloom enters. We keep stealthed as much as possible, guys. Here is pretty much straightforward. Stealth and Purify Ray. We don't have to worry about the Overwatch field. Until we keep our team stealthed, Dracosaur will not eat with his Elemental Massacre, and that will allow us to have good a good protection. We will not lose any HP if the targets are stealthed. So Link Survivor on Bloom. So here, some of you might think, why to sweep Gandalfrog? So Gandalfrog is basically a monster that is a holy monster. So if I have to prefer between buffing Mechangelion AoE or buffing Cephilion AoE, I do prefer Cephilion. So instead of sweeping any other monster, I'll sweep Gandalfrog in this case. I'll leave the rest how it is. It works well. So here, buff Buffalo, Purify Mist. Probably will skip now. Yeah, Gandalfrog. Then Kurekenshi enters. We keep same tactic. We don't change anything until now, guys. It's pretty straightforward. That will be our tactic, to keep stealthed, because basically all of them are using AoE attack. Mechangelion is using AoE, Cephilion is using AoE, and Dracosaur will use Element Massacre, which is another AoE attack, and they are very costly in terms of TU, so that makes us be pretty safe at the moment. Yeah. Here we need to look forward for Razorray, because is some RNG involved. Most of the time Razorray will go for a AoE attack, but sometimes can go for a piercing attack. If we would go for the piercing attack, probably we would lose one of our protectors, and probably will be buff Buffalo, because he has protect focus, and that will mean that the game needs to be restarted. So there is actually a little percentage of RNG going on here, and that's the only thing that we need the RNG for is Razorray. The rest of them we are fine. So Razorray did his turn. We have all of them at full due. We go for Link Survivor on Razorray, even though he has a lot of TU. Now I decided to stealth Rhino Titan because basically he's more vulnerable than Buff Buffalo in case of Elemental Massacre, even though the damage was minimal because Santistag is in camouflage, but still decided this way. Link Survivor is pretty good for this kind of challenge, guys. Here is pretty straightforward. There's not much to say. Just keep sweeping everyone. Here Scolop and the Dragon will survive, but there is not much he can do. Even though that Scale Breaker really did the damage. Over 1k damage. So here, next to come is 1-on-1. So what we do, we need to keep stealthed for 1-on-1. Link Survivor. 1-on-1 coming in. So we do have Santistag that needs to go in a minute with his turn. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna stealth Buff Buffalo for a reason, because Buff Buffalo can purify at 42-2. That means that straight after being after Mantis Samurai will use the 1-on-1, we can purify our sweeper and continue. So we stealth Buff Buffalo. Still didn't need to run a Titan, which is a good thing. So we can go for Mantis Samurai. Then here we purify Ray on Atlanteon, purify Mist, Mantis Samurai will miss. Now here I did not understand what really happened. AD Blah entered, but basically did not put anyone to sleep. I do not know what happened here. I think is a bug. Not sure why that happened. He has a sleep entrance, so should put one of the enemies to sleep, but no one was asleep right now. Was not going to be a problem anyway, because Buff Buffalo was there, and even though we could purify Mist with Atlanteon. So Link Survivor. Now Rhino Titan fell asleep. Purify Mist. Here we just skip a couple of turns. Link Survivor on AD Blade. And Oak Knight is in. Now Oak Knight cannot sacrifice himself, but next in line is again Joshang, which is the last one that we left there hanging on. So basically we need to deal with that in a minute. We will lose one of our protectors. Here we'll miss because Buff Buffalo has stun immune. Link Survivor. Alright, so Joshang is in. Wall Breaker. We lose Buff Buffalo, so we have no longer excessive force. So what we do now, we need to deal with Joshang somehow. We need to be careful about his Overwatch. but that's not a big problem because Zhou Shang, yep. So why we skipped a couple of turns? Because we need to make sure that that Rhino Titan is closer to him. If we would give him the turn when Rhino Titan was too far away, yeah, probably Zhou Shang would have how can I explain you guys? Would be the monsters would not be lined up properly. I tried to line up my team in this way, so after Zhou Shang gets the turn, I can stealth with Santistack again. I'll show you. So he gets turn, and now I can stealth again Atlanteon. Yep, that's what was the thing. So now Link Survivor will not pierce. He will do protect teammates now because we have no longer 3 hurt monster. So now that's why Atlanteon is important with his sneak attack, because now Dracosaur is protecting. So Santistack will keep stealthing. Atlanteon can, even if he's not stealthed, can bypass. So we use the sneak attack on Zhou Shang, and now those 3 are basically locked. No matter the stun is not important. We use Link Survivor, and we keep Cephalion locked until he uses his AoE attack. And be careful not to put Dracosaur in his Fury mode. If he goes in his Fury mode, and we need to get rid of it in time. So now Link Survivor Mechangelion. Probably, yeah, we skip first. So Link Survivor on Mechangelion as soon as possible. We could sneak attack Dracozord, but then Cephalion was there, and you could use he could use through it. So no, we left it for now. As you can see now, Mechangelion and Cephalion are far away. Now Cephalion is able to use his Druid, so we need to get rid of them before the end. So get rid of the shields. Link Survivor again. Sneak attack. There's no point now to hold on. We need to get rid of them as soon as possible. Yeah, a City Stone. That's it. That's done. Link Survivor Cephalion, which will explode and make a damage to Mechangelion as well. Victory, guys. So that's how it ends our video. I hope I've been clear on explaining my strategy. Bear in mind that English is not my first language, so I tried my best to explain you with the right terminology and not to be messy on my explanation. Thank you very much, and follow and subscribe if you want more of those videos. Bye, guys.